Oh my god. Holy shit. Do you think I could, like, score a debate with Abby Shapiro? Because she's getting nothing for viewers. Like, I'm a small YouTuber. She's got more subs than I do, like, about double, maybe a little less than double, and gets, like, less than half my viewership. And, God, look at those ratios. This is what happens when your entire channel is astroturfed, and it's just all being, like, advertised to people through ads that roll on videos and stuff. You just end up getting fucking nuked into oblivion in the ad shit, or in the like bar. God, this one, oh god. Okay, this one is called Being a Conservative Matters, as 35% like ratio. Let's check this one out.
Why do we believe in conservatism? Why do we stand up for the American way?
Well, you believe in conservatism because you're stupid.
Why do we espouse traditional values, even while those around us fight to dispute the most fundamental truths? Why?
Okay, so for starters, conservatism looks the truth in the eye and says fuck you and lies, okay? Conservatism is based entirely on lies. Blatant anti-intellectualism, bigotry, all these things. Like, there is not a shred of truth in conservative ideology.
Why? Because being conservative matters.
I mean, it matters because it's bad, I guess.
Being conservative today.
She looks so much like Ben. I actually triggered Destiny by saying this the other day. Or like a few weeks ago. I quote tweeted a picture of Abby Shapiro, and I think I said something along the lines of, I still can't tell if Abby Shapiro is Ben Shapiro from the future after he transitioned into a woman and then came back in time, or if it's just Ben Shapiro, like, dressed up as a woman. Because, like, holy shit, Abby Shapiro looks a lot like Ben. Like, in the face, as particularly with the eyebrows. The eyebrows are really what make it, like, Jesus Christ. Can we talk about this really quick? It makes me think Ben Shapiro would be a pretty cute woman. Here, let's see. Can you guys not notice it? Tell me you don't see this, okay? Look at this. They're siblings. They have the same eyes, the same nose, the same mouth, the same eyebrows for sure. Same forehead. Come on, Ben. Just embrace it. Become woman.
Today is not an easy path. You will be faced with every kind of hatred, from minor insults of your intelligence to the doxing of your private information.
Fuck you! Hold on, I need to go Xander God for a moment. So, for starters, conservatism is the overwhelming popular ideology in America. The overwhelming popular ideology in America for powerful people is libertarianism to conservatism, okay? Get that the fuck out of my face, okay? Conservatism dominates the mainstream media. Conservatism is all there is in regards to radio talk shows. Like, if you turn on the radio and you go to any fucking talk show, it's gonna be some conservative-leaning shit. The most popular being, like, what's his name? What's his name? I can't remember it. It's, he's the old fuck. He's that old fuck, except for maybe Rush Limbaugh, and Glenn Beck. NPR is kind of left-leaning, but even then they have, they're pretty, like, center, right? On top of that, you can't argue that because you're conservative, you're getting doxxed, okay? You realize Kiwi Farms is probably one of the most popular doxing websites on the fucking internet, and they way disproportionately go after lefty-leaning people. Now, they go after conservatives, too. They really don't like Ethan Ralph and, like, Richard Spencer anymore. Like, as soon as a conservative figure or a Nazi that they like does something that they don't like, they immediately call them a Fed so they can disassociate, and they immediately start doxing, okay? But lefty figures get doxed overwhelmingly in comparison to conservatives, okay? Do not even fucking attempt to do that. Not to mention, the most popular lefty creator online, ContraPoints, is being doxed and harassed by other lefties. You can't play the victim card on this, okay? Like, it takes like an ounce of research to just look it up and figure out that, no, okay, conservatives don't get it worse than lefties do, okay? You are literally an astroturfed channel. You are getting arguably hundreds or thousands of dollars to create this channel and play ads on every fucking YouTube video I watch.
To rioting and violence. You will be labeled a million different things that have nothing to do with your true beliefs. You will be afraid of
This isn't true. These people lie about their ideas all the time, and then they go mask off. I watched Vosh cover a TPUSA video from Charlie Kirk, where he says, "Now, I'm not trying to apologize or make excuses for the passing away of Breonna Taylor or anything, but she was literally part of a drug trafficking ring and was a criminal, and she deserved it. But I'm not saying she just passed away. I'm not saying she deserved it or anything, but her boyfriend was a criminal and she deserved it." Like, these people lie about their beliefs all the time, and then the mask comes off, and like come on, dude.
Of being an outcast in a culture that doesn't want to hear about morality or truth. But America needs conservatives. America needs conservatives to keep alive what this country stands for, what this country was built on, and the principles that make this country great, even as the mob and the elites will try to tell you that America has...
Implying that okay, so for one, the mob, it's protesters, people exercising their constitutional rights, their First Amendment rights, okay? Like, chill the fuck out, all right? Also, the elites are conservatives. Does she think that millionaires and billionaires are, like, super left-leaning? The most they have is George Soros. Maybe. And there's only so far left you can be while being a millionaire, right? Like, come on. The elites are conservatives. The elites are the ones in power. Conservatives are the ones in power. You literally have the presidency! Conservatives literally have the presidency, the majority of the House. I believe they have the majority of the House. They control the majority of our government. The ones that aren't just outright conservative that are in government are like milquetoast liberal Democrats. Like, what are you fucking talking about? How much do you have to delude yourself? How much of a what lens do you have to look at the world through to have the idea that the left controls everything? The Senate, not the House. Thank you. This is just outright delusional.
Has no right to exist at all. America needs conservatives to fight for freedom, not as defined by shallow and sinister modern...
Okay, dude. Freedom for who, Abby? Freedom for the children that conservatives have overwhelmingly supported the marriage of. You guys know that, right? Conservatives overwhelmingly are in favor and fight for the legalization, or the continued legalization, it's still legal, in most places, of child marriage. You know, that's like a thing, right? They overwhelmingly support child marriage. Freedom for the children and the immigrants that are being held in cages on our border and elsewhere, that are now being forcefully, against their will, sterilized. Freedom for the black people in prison, or just the people in general that are overwhelmingly black, that are being held for nonviolent drug offenses, many of them being for marijuana, a substance that is like decriminalized and or legalized in many states in this country and has been scientifically demonstrated to have no negative physiological effects on people. Freedom for those people. Freedom for black people during the Jim Crow era, back when the Southern strategy was happening and conservative figures and politicians would blatantly engage in racist rhetoric, but would mask it under a thin veil of plausible deniability in order to appeal to racist voters, which they still do to this day. Is that freedom for those people, Abby? I could go on forever. These people support the war on drugs. They support our fucking broken criminal justice system. They support the continued oppression of black people, and basically just any POC through our current like police system and housing system and schooling system. Like, these people do not give a shit about freedom.
Theories, but is developed by our
They support
heritage.
the Patriot Act.
America needs conservatives to keep the record straight.
Wait, did she just dog whistle white nationalism there? Heritage? Yeah, okay.
On our history, to stop those who would rewrite it for their own benefit. America needs conservatives to fight for everyone's right to free speech, because there is no truth.
Oh yeah, because Donald Trump hasn't literally tried to expand libel laws so he can sue anybody that shit talks him. Oh no, he didn't have the government deliberately censor John Bolton. So for one, fuck John Bolton, by the way, for not testifying in the impeachment proceedings, but also fuck the Trump administration for purposefully censoring John Bolton so that he couldn't say certain things in his book that were politically harmful for Donald Trump. Trump has also said that anyone who burns the American flag ought to be imprisoned or deported. He's also said that there should be punishment for women who get abortions. He's also said that He's also said that he's going to make Antifa a terrorist organization, which, by the way, would be fucking terrible for freedom of speech because Antifa isn't an organization, and this would mean that anybody that he can label as Antifa can get arrested and labeled as a terrorist. The conservatives, especially Trump and his administration, are outwardly anti-free speech. They're only in favor of free speech and free expression for those that agree with them. Okay, Trump literally had peaceful protesters fucking gassed and shot with rubber munitions that were peacefully protesting so that he could get through the streets to get to a fucking church so he could do a little fucking photo shoot for his campaign.
When one party can declare its propaganda as fact. America needs conservatives to return us to the idea.
Hilarious, considering that the right and right-wing figures are funded by dark money, like conservative groups and people like the Koch brothers. This is not like you guys literally scoff at studies and overwhelming scientific consensus about climate change, transgenderism, basically every single issue, oppression of black people and people of color in this country. Like, fuck right off.
Of family so that this nation's children have the privilege of a mother and father within the home. America
you know what that would do? Hey, stop over policing black neighborhoods so you don't have so many fatherless black households. That would do a fucking lot. Get those fucking nonviolent drug offenders out of prison so that they can go back to their families and maybe try to provide for their family. So you don't have these single black mothers in the fucking projects trying to provide for their kids and their kids getting caught up in gangs because they have no other way to keep their family going and keep the lights on and keep them from getting evicted or kicked out of their fucking apartment.
Needs conservatives to preach the American dream as a beacon of hope, available to all who would reach for it. Conservatism is vital.
If you want the American dream to be true, we need equality in this country. Equality which you people fucking kick and scream trying to keep from happening.
To America. Building on our past, repairing our present, and
building on our past, such as Jim Crow, slavery, segregation, what have you.
Ensuring our future. Being conservative matters. And in the absence of a real-life Superman, we are the warriors of truth, justice, and...
Oh, boy. Let's talk about fascism. So, this is an aspect of fascism. Fascism basically tries to rally the people behind the idea that our country is under attack by an unseen, pathetic yet dangerous enemy, and that particularly the young men of this country need to be warriors for the country to preserve its freedom and preserve its ideology and, at a certain point, preserve its ethnic homogeneity in order to save it. This is just blatant fascist rhetoric.
In the American way. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please subscribe to my channel.
Okay. Yeah, she makes me fucking angry. Like, she's so dumb, too. Like, at least with Ben Shapiro, there is, like, the rhetoric of... His rhetoric is at least somewhat, evocative for a lot of people. But, like, the insulting part of it for Abby... And I guess this shouldn't really upset me because it's a good thing. But the upset... Like, the part that triggers me about Abby Shapiro is just how much everyone sees through her lies and her bullshit... Yet they just keep going. They just keep doing it. And she's being funded to do it. She didn't naturally hit 84,000 subs. Every video I click on has a fucking Abby Shapiro ad play. I had to, like, click the little eye icon or whatever, the exclamation point icon, to tell YouTube to stop playing me her fucking ads. It's so goddamn annoying. But yeah, Abby Shapiro is brain dead as fuck. Everything she said in that video was untrue, and it was laughably untrue. It was low-hanging fruit, to be honest. I feel ashamed for even covering it because it was so easy.